If necessity is the mother of invention, then pressure is the mother of performance. Bruce Lee said calmness is a superpower, whereas the tennis player, the legendary tennis player Billie Jean King said, pressure is a privilege and you will have to earn it. Is it really possible to stay calm under pressure? If yes, then what does it take? If no, then what do I do with all my anxious feelings? Hold on, wait there. My name is Aditi Surana. I'm a graphologist and a high performance coach. And for more than 10 years, I'm working with entrepreneurs, leaders, actors, directors, or even athletes to work on this concept of staying calm under pressure. Before we understand how to stay calm under pressure, let's look at both these concepts independently. And as we go along, we'll speak about 3 keys to deal with pressure and 3 ways in which you can imbibe calmness in your everyday life. Now, we have some misconceptions about both these concepts. What is calmness to you? Some people think calmness is about being on the mountains, living in the ashram, being on this resort where you do yoga. There are these very surreal concepts or images of calmness that we believe we should look like, we should behave like. But what is calmness? We are not talking about calmness out there, we are talking about calmness in everyday life. Not running away from the situations at hand, but actually finding moments of calmness while doing the things that we do. Misconceptions about pressure. We are sold the idea of happiness or happy marriage, happy life, successful world is where you have no discomfort. And this is where the problem is, because most of the time discomfort is the way to go to the next level. First key to deal with pressure is to embrace your pressure. Now, you might be here for 2 reasons, or one of them. One could be that something is bothering you to a point where you feel so pressurized, so lost that it is driving you crazy. Second one is you can see certain areas which are pressurizing you and you want to find a hack to grow to the next level. I know so many people who get into a situation and they wonder, why am I here? I shouldn't have been here. This is not my job. Why am I taking other people's pressures and tensions? If you're stuck here, ask yourself questions like, okay, I'm stuck here. What can I do? How do I solve this problem? What is the next level here? And if you keep asking questions like that, something will begin to change. Second key, pressure is inversely proportional to your skill set. You remember the first day you were sitting behind the wheel and trying to drive? How difficult it was. Or first time you were on the stage, you didn't know what to do with your hands, how to speak. Or first day at your job, how you struggled and you kept checking on things over and over again. Now, all these things were pressurizing. But if you avoid pressure, you avoid your own performance, your own growth, and thereby your own success. I agree, it is pressurizing to run the business, to be in this high pressure job, or to deal with situations at hand, to raise a child, to be in a marriage, to run a marathon, or be on this battlefield. Agreed. But if you don't go through this grind, you won't grow through this grind, and that is an essential part. If necessity is the mother of invention, then pressure is the mother of performance. Remember that one. Third key, pressure shows you the mirror. Now, no matter what you think about your confidence, your performance, your abilities, what you feel, what you understand when you are pressured in a situation which is stressing you out is actually the truth. It shows you the mirror. Now, if we are ready to go about it, let's look at 3 ways in which we can imbibe calmness in our everyday life. The first one, identify the acute pain area. It's important because imagine one day you wake up with your leg hurting. You don't just go and apply medicine all over your leg. You identify which area is actually causing the pain and treat that. Similarly, when people talk about my relationship is so stressful, my job is so pressurizing, they're not talking about the entire job. They're talking about some part of their job that is getting to us. Point number 2, journaling. Now, as you understood, dealing with pressure is all about understanding what is going wrong, working on it, which means you're required to analyze things for what they are. And most of the time as we do it, we have all our bottled up emotions coloring our vision and we keep seeing things the way we feel them, not the way they are. So journaling builds that neutral perspective. So make sure that you learn how to do handwritten journaling. Ask solution-oriented questions. Ask yourself, if something is pressurizing me, what do I require to change here? How can I look at this problem in a different light for me to move forward? Now, these questions will allow you to go through the clutter and grow through the clutter. Point number 3, grounding activity. We are so careful about charging our phones, charging our laptops, but we forget to recharge ourselves and our minds. So you can do things like walk barefoot in the park, spend time in your garden, spend time with your pet, do something which requires breathing coordination. So pranayam, intense yoga session. Have you tried graphotherapy, where you use handwriting as a way to induce certain level of calmness by a repetitive movement? It's important that we change our perspective about pressure, because when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at start changing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please tell me which were your favorite parts of this conversation. What would you like to implement? What were your key takeaways? If there was any other hack that you have used in the past that has worked for you, do mention that too. We're building a community where people can come together and create an actionable change through our YouTube channel that you can like, subscribe and share. Also through our Instagram platform at Aditi Surana, where we keep on creating different messages, different ways in which we inspire each other. So do join the community, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.